up round of Certamen. It's just that we are time limited. So we have 3 teams here. That's in the. This is just where the winner goes to the finals and the non-winners. Do you can you try to do something with the? Okay. All right, here's my suggestion. If you are interested in knowing how much time you have left, when I say toss-up number 1, I'll tell you right now, this is an advantage to nobody. The first word of question number 1 is this. Once I say the word this, I'm going to hit start, and there is a 40-minute countdown timer on my phone. Everybody understand?
With the arrow. Can you give us a time update this quarter?
I will not.
Okay.
Not my problem. Not my job, not my problem. Okay. Anything else? The buzzers work. I don't care who your captains are. Yeah. Okay, so moderator notes, as soon as the first word of toss-up 1 leaves your lips, start a timer for 40 minutes. And important, when the timer hits 0, the end, I will not finish the question. If you are in the middle of an answer, I will not let you finish the answer. That's it. The final score is the final score. If we get through all 25 questions, huzzah, that counts too. Good? Good. Toss-up question number 1. This question is redacted due to the WSOC writer's strike. Negotiations to resolve the strike are ongoing, but in the meantime, we'll move on to toss-up 2. Toss-up number 2. Let's get you familiar with the clock. Turn over your devices now. Don't let it please. In competitive Certamen, 10 seconds seems like it varies highly in its length, but who knows how long 10 is anyway. I sure don't. On this toss-up, you may discuss with each other. Each team will be given a turn to buzz in. I'm going to say go. Your one indicated person is going to buzz in as close to exactly 10 seconds as possible. Price is Right rules without going over. Whichever team does that is going to get the points. You clock this one. I just need to.
What does this have to do with that?
Burning time. It's been 55 seconds.
Can I keep the timer and a chronograph at the same time?
I got it.
Okay, I got it. All right. Team A, who's it going to be?
A3.
Okay. So you can't keep track of yourself. You just have to do it by feel. Go. .74. Team B. Go. 8.36. Team A is in the lead. Team C, go. 9 flat. Team C goes. Your motives. In some ways, Certamen presaged the pitch clock, whose introduction to baseball this year has made games significantly shorter. However, they're still not as quick as the games of generations gone by, such as when Calvin Coolidge, Julius Caesar Tuscahoma McClish, nicknamed Butts, was played. Yes, he's real. He was from what state whose motto is adapted from Virgil's Georgics? Next, please. Oklahoma, second bonus, the Tampa Bay Rays started the season 13-0, just killing teams along the way. In doing so, they were like what mythological man who accidentally killed his father with a stingray-tipped spear, according to a minor poem of the epic cycle. That's correct. 15 points. Toss-up question number 3. Props to SCLer and WSOC superfan Hillary Cheney for alerting our question writing team to a most excellent Wikipedia page called List of Unusual Deaths. Per that page, what fruit caused the death of the Greek playwright Antiphanes? A4. Answer. No. B3.
Digs?
No. Caused the death of Greek playwright Antiphanes when he was struck by one, as well as killing Claudius's eldest son when he tossed one into the air, tried to catch it in his mouth, and suffocated himself. Okay, fine. If that doesn't help, in Latin, it's plural. C3. A pair. Your first bonus, Tacitus reports that Tiberius has been reported as dead, but actually wasn't. The praetorian prefect Macro seized the opportunity to strangle Tiberius with what garment?
Pillow.
His pajamas.
Ah!
His bedclothes, but I don't know. Second bonus, according to Cassius Dio, what other man helped Macro strangle Tiberius? Don't overthink it.
Sure. Caligula.
That is correct.
Yeah!
Toss-up question number 4. Note, I didn't write this. That was important. Caesar's privilege of wearing a laurel wreath at all times. The strange death of Aeschylus to an eagle-tortoise combo, and overestimates of Canandino's age are all a result. B2.
Hair. Lack of hair.
Lack thereof. Are all a result of what physical ailment also endured in a much more graceful manner by Sir Patrick Stewart and The Rock. Your first bonus. Listen up, Ken. That's Michael talking. According to Galen, Cleopatra tried to cure Caesar's baldness. She recommended that on his head he smear a mixture of honey, rags, reed stalks, a ground-up animal, the teeth of another animal, the fat of yet another animal, and the marrow of a fourth animal. Name any of those 4 animals.
Crocodile.
None of those!
Dang.
It was a ground-up mouse, the teeth of a horse, the fat of a bear, and the marrow of a deer.
What's the good reason?
I do have deer in my backyard.
Time's running.
Doubles.
Second bonus. Who wants to make a Walmart run for those? The late Greek writer Synesius wrote a work titled In Praise of Baldness to respond to Dion's In Praise of Hair. Synesius was from what city where Polemachus was also born?
I'll take it.
Cyrene. 10 points. That's question number 5. Note to players, there is an extra clue after the main question if you don't know. From what Latin verb with what meaning do we derive tentacle? A2.
Tempto to try.
Damn, that's pretty good. The rest of the question said, do we derive tentacles, which makes this question writer wonder why they aren't called tentacles. That was Andrew Riston. He was so pleased with it. Your first bonus, what occupation by rights should be called an adjutant based on its derivation?
Accountant?
Yeah. Second, what physical feature on certain mammals should we really call antoculars based on their derivation?
Antlers?
Antlers. Correct. 20 points. Score check needs to be done in 5 seconds left.
20, 10, 30,
Great. 6.
32 minutes left.
I asked Google's Bard to write a World Series of Certamen question in the style of Canandino. Here's the question. Go ahead and buzz when you see the glaring error that leaves this writer smugly unconcerned about an AI takeover. Sure, here's a World Series of Certamen question in the style of Canandino. The following is a line from the Roman poet Horace. Odi et op. A2.
Catullus wrote it.
Catullus. These boni were also written by Bard. Bard wrote huge explanations for the answers which we discarded unceremoniously. Your first bonus. Which of the following is the name of the woman that Catullus is most famous for writing about? And then it gave no choices.
Claudia Metelli?
Yeah. Your second bonus, what is the name of the poem in which Catullus famously compares Lesbia's eyes to Galatea's doves? And once you realize that Bard made up the thing about Galatea's doves as far as we can tell, know that it's the poem that starts Illa mi par esse deo videtur.
Can you repeat?
No.
Oh, okay.
Don't be that guy, Al.
No, I refuse.
Being that guy since like 1998.
2002.
You have like, go, what?
Yeah, poem 16.
51. I will see you after class. Thoughts on question number 7. According to some reports, though the writers of this tournament were not themselves there to see it, the noise during Spirit could exceed 100 decibels, or equivalent to walking by a jackhammer. What mythological group might have made similar? C2. No, B2.
Sorry.
A2.
Curates.
Curates is correct. Blah, 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 Mount Ida, Crete, Zeus. Your first bonus, in Valerius Flaccus's Argonautica, what god's voice is described as louder than all trumpets and causes charioteers to fall from their chariots in bolts to explode off gates?
Poseidon.
Pan. Your second bonus, Homados, the god of the din of battle, was one of the many figures depicted on what object in a namesake poem by Hesiod that describes an expedition against Caithness? Yeah.
Shield of Achilles.
Shield of Heracles. 10 points. Toss fate. When LeBron James famously took his talents to South Beach in 2010, he was consciously imitating which Roman general and statesman who accepted a supermax contract to sign with the rival Volt? A2.
Coriolanus.
Coriolanus is correct. Your first bonus, what year saw LeBron's Cleveland Cavaliers sweep the top-seeded Atlanta Hawks out of the NBA playoffs just 1 year after NJCL hosted its second convention here at Emory?
2015.
2015 is correct. Your second bonus, what fictional character whose background will be explored in the upcoming film Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes has Coriolanus as his first name?
Someone I'd love to defer to in the audience.
Basically, anybody in that row on the film?
Together.
President Snow from
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games. Yeah, that's one. So, number point 15. Puzzle question number 9. Passage. Answer Latin. I'm only reading it once. Answer Latin. Aurelia, primo theatrum cum signo Oppenheimer ingressa, picturas moventes inspexit, mirabile visu. Fabulam de scientia, morbibus, morte secuta, Aurelia, periculum horum hominum, mirabilium agnovit. Inquit, num quid est quod non deleant? Princeps meus monendus est. The question. De quo A2.
De Scientia.
That is correct. De quo est fabula in teatro. You could have given me de scientia, de morbis, or de morte. First bonus, fabula perfecta, quem Aurelia monere volt?
Principem.
Principem is correct. Bonus 2, translate the rhetorical question that Aurelia asks. Num quid est quod non deleant?
Can you repeat the line?
Num quid est quod non deleant. All Latin mistakes in this round should be put at the feet of Andrew Risk. Andrew and Michael wrote all of this round, I wrote all of the finals, so compare them.
Surely, what is there which they don't destroy?
No, it's like surely there is nothing that they wouldn't destroy. So 15, did you get the first one? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. When Michael Kearney talked to Jenny Harwa, the unapproachable Luongo today, she said Caesar is dead. I mean, obviously he's dead, and one hopes that the NJCL commentator is aware of that fact. But she was referring to the proposed new 8. B1.
Pliny the Elder.
That's not correct. She was referring to the proposed new AP Latin syllabus set to roll out in 2025-26.
That's good guess.
In the syllabus, Caesar's Gallic Wars are being replaced by the writings C3. That is. When you said Pliny, I was about to give it to you, and then you just.
That's our lesson.
Your first bonus.
Wait to be prompted.
Also included on the new syllabus are texts labeled as Teacher's Choice, which sounds like the worst off-brand fashion line I can think of. Let's test you on some of the more, we'll call them down-ballot authors that you can include in your curriculum soon. What namesake of a country features in the prose choice section for his text entitled Mundus Novus? Namesake of a country. A country in which you are sitting. Answer, please.
Amerigo Vespucci.
Yeah, you got it. What 4th century female pilgrim author's works on her itinerarium also appears on the syllabus? Right? There's no one. 4th century female pilgrim author's works on her itinerarium also appear on the teacher's choice list. Egeria is her name. Score check. They got 15.
So 75, 10, 45.
Great, 24, we gotta go. Task 11. Make the nonsense Latin verb mumpsimus present A2.
Mugmimus.
That's correct. Assuming that it conjugates like the actual form sumpsimus, mummimus. Your first bonus. A mumpsimus is an honest-to-God English word. It is a person who obstinately adheres to the wrong belief in spite of clear evidence that they are wrong. For example, many players after a failed challenge. It derives from a Renaissance story that a priest replaced the word sumpsimus with mumpsimus in a prayer that was supposed to go, quod ore sumpsimus domine, hurra mente capiamus, then repeated the prayer incorrectly for the rest of his life. Translate that sentence into English.
Please repeat the sentence.
Quod ore sumpsimus domine, hurra mente capiamus.
Mouth, Lord, Lord. Let's take what we have taken up in our mouth, Lord, let us take up to your mind.
That's correct. Don't parse that out. Second bonus. For the official Certamen rules, how many spurious incorrect challenges are the various mumpsimi on various teams limited to in preliminary rounds? You're the reason the rule exists.
5.
5 is correct. How's it question 12? According to the official Certamen source list, one of the sources for the mottos, phrases, and abbreviations category is the list of U.S. states' mottos from Wikipedia. Nowhere in the rules does it indicate that only the Latin and Greek mottos may be tested. So, this competition wonders when the remaining 22 mottos will enter their rightful place in the Certamen canon. What U.S. state has the English motto equal rights as well?
Well, Wyoming was first person level.
That is correct.
Wow.
There was even, as well as the pacifist Ciceronian three-word motto, Cadon Arma Totem. Your first bonus, 4 states, all in the last quarter of the alphabet, have one word, very bad English mottos. Hope, friendship, industry, and 4 words. Name any of the states that have these mottos. and shed. Your second bonus.
I bet you was
I
high.
tried to forward.
No, I think you.
Which of the United States overseas territories has the motto, "Where America's Day begins"? Guam is correct. 15 points.
Agriculture and commerce.
Yeah.
It's
It's
so
bad.
Toss up 13.
bad.
About.
Kanye West, Cristiano Ronaldo, O.J. Simpson, the game of online Certamen. These are some of the biggest fall-offs in recent history. But what girl had maybe the biggest fall-off in mythological history? Me too.
Yes, that's what I said.
Oh. What girl had maybe the biggest fall-off in mythological history when she just couldn't see to?
Helen?
When she just couldn't hang on to the fleece of that golden ram that she was riding, and fell into some water off the curtain. Your first bonus. What young comrade of Odysseus fell off Circe's roof and died instantly after WSOCing a little too hard there?
Elpenor?
Elpenor is correct. Your second bonus, I will be very impressed if you get this. Zeus hurled Hephaestus off Mount Olympus after he came to his mother's aid. According to the Iliad, what wild-sounding people cared for him when he finally slammed into the earth? You really?
That's easy.
It's not easy. Why? They don't know it.
Cynthia?
I take it back. I did know.
Was it easy though?
20 points. 2014. With streaming these days, not all cultural references have to be particularly recent. Translate the motto of USPIS, the U.S. Postal Inspection Service, as given in an episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. In Latin, it is Nos Custodimus Quod Lingus. C3.
We are what you seal.
Definitely. A2.
We protect what you lick.
We guard or protect what we live. Your first bonus, in an episode of Better Off Ted, Veronica tells Ted that the company's motto is money before people. It just looks better if you put it in Latin. Translate that motto into Latin. But you have to, this is the motto, so it has to be exact.
Defer to Mr. Comer.
Pecunia ante populum.
Pecunia prae homines. Your second bonus, in The Good Place, when Michael roasts the humans, he does it at a podium that reads, Irrisiones infidelium convivia eius formido. Translate the phrase, Irrisiones infidelium. And peek behind the screen, they're only doing those two words because we couldn't figure out what the hell the other three were.
Translate the motto of Ted Lasso. Nonsense. All right.
Answer, please.
Right. Jokes of the unfaithful.
No, I'm not, because it's like a joke against them. It's like a mockery, a mocking of the unfaithful. So 10 points of 14. Toss up question number 15. Okay. Toss up 15. Times change and we're changed in them. We're playing a straight-up, no gimmicks, previous NJCL question that appeared in Advanced Certamen. Well, maybe one gimmick, it's from 1981. If you studied those questions, or worse, played them as a high schooler, congrats, I guess? Why are you even here? Your toss-up, spell Euboea. C3. Nope. A2.
E-U-B-O-E-A.
That is correct. You could tell he was an ex-spelling bee kid because he was like writing weird spelling bee kids.
Look like him.
So spell your bonus. Spell Boeotia.
B-O-E-T-I-A.
I'm sorry, somebody was being rude in the back. Do it again.
Oh, B-O-E-T-I-A.
Boeoti. Second bonus, spell Peloponnesus.
T-E-double-N-E.
We are exactly on pace to finish if they would hurry up.
P-E-L-O-P-O-N-E-S-S-U-S.
2 F's.
Ah.
Man, you're bad at spelling. Score.
135, 25, 45.
Anyone say No!
No way!
2016. Talking about modern politics can be a touchy subject, but what ancient politician, because he wasn't allowed to avoid prosecution by running for consul, ended the Roman Republic when he marched Caesar? Yeah, that's the guy.
How about that?
Your bonus, Caesar lives! What man renowned for his wealth proved himself less than capable of a major military campaign when his assault on the Parthians fell flat and yeah. What scion of a once rich house that had suffered several bankruptcies attempted to change his fortunes by running for the consulate unsuccessfully? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Running for the consulate for 63 and 62 BC. Caroline, 20 points. Toss up number 17. Barbenheimer is all the rage about now. But what similar portmanteau title did the first A2?
Protestolabamia.
Pretty good. The first century BC poet Livius gave to his poem about a Greek warrior who recklessly jumped first onto the shores of Troy and his grieving widow. Your first bonus. What animal is described with the Latin portmanteau camelopardalis, which combines the words for camel and leopard?
Giraffe.
Yes. The portmanteau Balbianus, which we made up just now, and refers to two co-emperors whose reign began and ended in the same year. What year?
238 AD.
That's correct. 2018. Even with the recent reintroduction of agon to convention, JCLers remain woefully ignorant of Hellenic history and culture. By the way, Wyatt, this was apparently written with you. Even this year's winning agon team, the self-styled Spartans, could not properly answer the 300 quote, "Spartans, what is your profession?" during prelims. Fill in that movie quote, but make sure to put some oomph behind it. So answer the question, Spartans, B2.
We are Sparta.
No, not that part. Spartans, what is your profession? A1. Is that your complete answer?
War!
Is that your
Once.
Bitcoin day traders.
Michael is insistent that you have to do it 3 times.
Oh.
I think they, what small guy.
I want to provisionally give them that because I want to read the bonuses.
Please do.
And I doubt it's going to
No.
do it. Congrats. You officially know more about Sparta than the Spartans, who included the new NJCL president, the advanced Certamen MVP, and whoever the other 3 irrelevant guys on their team were. I didn't write it. They were successfully able to answer, though, that what Spartan was said to have instituted the agoge after the first Helot rebellion.
Lycurgus.
Yeah. One day, King Demaratus of Sparta was being pestered by someone asking who the most exemplary Spartan was. What did he laconically respond? I'm going to do this with one of my students, by the way, one of these days. And please,
Deferred.
But that's for.
the one who is least like you.
I feel attacked.
Toss-up question number 19. Translate the following phrase that is under serious consideration for the Latin motto of the World Series of Certamen. Ars gratia risus. C2. A2.
Skill, thanks, laughs.
No. B3. Your first bonus, translate this competing candidate. Qui noniam agere possunt, tamen conabuntur.
Those who no longer try to play, yeah. You say it again?
Qui noniam agere possunt, tamen conabuntur.
Nevertheless, we'll try, yeah, for the second.
Those who can no longer do will still try.
That's correct. And finally, translate this final of our three finalists. Cur dormiatis, ubi certamen ludere potestis.
Why should you
Why
sleep
would-
when
why-
you can play for?
Why should you sleep when you can play for top?
That's correct. That's for everybody who plays Certamen at 3:30 in the morning at convention. Lesson 20. Tom Cruise recently said that he wanted to keep making Mission Impossible movies into his 80s. What Greek who slew mighty A2?
Nestor.
Who slew mighty Ereuthalion by the streams of the Ardanus in his youth, blah, 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 Pylos. Your first bonus, name both of the sons that Nestor brought to Troy.
Antilochus and Thrasymedes.
That's correct. Your second bonus, much like today's Certamen moderators, Nestor spent much of his time waxing nostalgic about his past successes. In Book 11 of the Iliad, Nestor tells the story of when he killed Itomoneus in Hyperiochus during a dispute over cattle with which Peloponnesian city?
Kieran's.
Ellis. Score!
185, 65, 45. There's no longer anybody's game.
We're getting to the 100-point toss-up.
Well, we got 9.5 minutes, let's go.
There's only 5 left. I figured I could relax.
Got it.
Toss-up 21. In Greek, a lover of pets might be called a philozoos. Some figures in classical antiquity took being a philozoos way too seriously. What man loved his horse in C4? Again with the Caligula, that's correct. Another rebel Sertorius. What kind of animal did he keep as a pet which he believed relayed messages to him from Diana? That's correct. And third, your second bonus, what other philozoos named a city after his horse?
Alexander.
I have Alejandro Andrade. That's correct. Toss up 22. What man in mythology, much like Elon Musk buying Twitter, sacked Troy for petty reasons and then A4?
Heracles.
Yeah. Then gave away the woman Hesione, whom he had originally conquered Troy in order to marry. Your first bonus, who bought a blue checkmark, as it were, by building a mini shrine to Heracles to avert his anger at being preempted in breaching the walls of Troy?
Telamon.
Yep. And second, much as Musk has recently rebranded Twitter as X, who was renamed after Hesione ransomed him with her veil?
Priam.
Yeah. 2023. You might need like paper.
No.
Okay. The very intelligible phrase alibi serious, spelled like the dog star, sluice tootsie, gives you a partial rendering of the name of an author, the answer to this question. Now the rest of the question. What lawyer introduced people like Imiclay and Asbiti to us was said by Pliny to write his Harp A2?
Stelius Italicus.
Oh.
Did you you did study to be a doctor, right? You did other things. Your first bonus, much as Harlan Crow bought Clarence Thomas's childhood home for historical purposes. What earlier poet's tomb did Italicus purchase?
Virgil.
That's correct. And second, what other author's villa in Tusculum did Italicus also purchase?
Cato the Elder.
Huh?
Cato the Elder.
Cicero.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Toss up 24. This is where I think Andrew got a little punchy. This is very long. Oh, this was actually fun. I've been feeding prompts to Google's Bard all day trying to squeeze another question out of it, but strangely, no matter what I ask about, For instance, Aurelia, the 1909 movie The Mummy, or Assassin's Creed Origins, or the band The Decemberants, it's referenced every single time for absolutely no reason what river in Western Africa that flowed through a... What river in Western Africa that flowed through a valley where Juba defeated A1?
The Bagardus River.
Google's Bard is entirely obsessed with the Bagardus River. It talked about the movie The Mummy, when the character played by Brendan Fraser jumped over the Bagardus River. Your first bonus, or first and second bonus. For 5 points each, fill in the 2 blanks in this response from Bard when prompted for more information about the Bagardus River and the Mummy. I made them just give me one of the answers. Evelyn Carnahan crosses the Bagardus River in the movie The Mummy at the beginning of the film. She is traveling to Hamunaptra with her brother Blank and the Egyptologist Rick O'Connell. That's the character played by, what's it?
Brendan.
They are attacked by bandits on the riverbank, and Evelyn is forced to swim to the other side. The scene is a reference to the Battle of the Bagardus River, which was fought in blank BC between the Romans and the Carthaginians. The Romans were victorious in the battle, and Evelyn's crossing of the river can be seen as a symbolic representation of her own victory over the obstacles in her path.
We do only have 4 after that now.
You have one question.
Yes, because it's taken 2 minutes.
I think so.
Simon and 255 BC.
Well, technically, the second blank, I said blank BC, so no. His name is Jonathan, our brother. No! 10 points. Toss up the last.
230, 65, 65.
200 point toss. But not good. One-time Grand Poobah of the World Series of Certamen, Henry Shaw, is terribly sorry that he cannot be here to cause all of you brave souls well-deserved rest from a chaotic nationals. Please translate these well wishes from the bearded titan of Certamen. Cum barba in vultu meo. Close. Cum barba in vultu meo minima sit. Barba quae in corde tamen ingens est. B3.
Since there may be a beard on my face, what's a beard in my heart is great.
I really want to do like the Happy Meal points, like your answer makes no sense. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on you. A2.
Although the beard on my face is very small, nevertheless the beard in my chest is great.
Corde, the beard in my heart.
For day.
No! And we finished with 2:48 to go. Congrats to these nerds for making it forward.
Hey, that's so big! Great.
Thank you,
All
kids.
right, good luck, y'all.
Good job, guys.